How's that coffee? Need some tequila?
So we stayed at Rancho Dorado and it was amazing. To, wake up and say hello to all the goats every morning and the horses being fed and just being surrounded by quality people, but also all the animals and nature and being, far out of the city. And it was just beautiful. I literally could have stayed there for the rest of my life.
So does the milk flavor change depending on what you feed her?
Yes, it does. Yeah, of course. So she eats a lot of carrots.
So one of the things I like to do, Shane, is when guests arrive, I like to give them a bag of dirt. And they're like, yeah, just touch the dirt, man. Feel the dirt. You're in the ranch. Feel some dirt. When was the last time you've touched dirt and felt dirt? It grounds you, right? It grounds you.
One of my highlights at the ranch was waking up every morning to see this beautiful goat be let in.
Mario starts to milk the goat, and as he's doing this, he's sort of talking us through this traditional coffee, the Mexican coffee.
One of the things they see, the Spanish conquistadores, they see the native population drinking boiling water in a terracotta bowl. It could have been similar to this bowl like this, a terracotta bowl, boiling with the color of dirt. Could this native population possibly be drinking dirt? No. This is the story of the pajaretes that evolved over hundreds of years. What they were drinking was, even back then, cacao, chocolate. Chocolate is native to Mexico. This is the Mexican espresso. You will see it is a blend of a beverage that transformed itself over hundreds of years.
And sure enough, it's also a tequila, so it's a blend of tequila, coffee, and this goat milk, which was very unique, and it was actually really enjoyable.
Me da mucho gusto. It gives me a lot of pleasure to introduce to you Juan Jaime Blasco. Juan represents the traditions that come from generations and generations, the Mexican Charro. The Mexican Charro came and it was born out of the context with the Spanish arrival of the horses, and then the Mexican indigenous peoples developed their own ability because we created haciendas, ranches.
When we're at the ranch, part of sort of getting really immersed in the culture and seeing that Charro way of life is we got an opportunity to actually rope. I was quite incredible at the experience. You'll see through some of the footage, like I didn't miss a beat, which was really, really good. The rest of the guys really struggled. I don't think I did it once successfully, so I don't think I'll be asked back anytime soon to assist.
That's really yeah. Easy. Did you get that video of that facing back? Do that look again, like, turn that head, like, what?
I mean, I know that you guys aren't gonna believe us because it was like, when you go fishing, the fish was that big, but truly Jess caught a bull on her first lasso.
I was fortunate enough to be taken to a local farmer's home and use my skills to try to get one of his bulls, and the first throw successfully got his horn.
Yeah!
It slipped off straight away, but I got it around the horn, and that was cool. That was quite amazing.
Woo! Venga, Juan! Wow! Woohoo! Look at that! Wow! Yeah!
Yeah!
That was sick.
What was the hardest part for you on saddling? Because you also took a class on saddling a horse.
Guiding a horse.
So on the ranch, we were lucky to horse ride almost every day. And we got to, saddle the horses and do the whole experience. It wasn't just, here they are ready to go. We got to, meet them, saddle them up, jump on the horse, and we did different trails all the time. So on one of the days, we got to take a beautiful sunset ride up a mountain. And when we got to the very top of it, it was like this opening to look over San Miguel and the sun setting, and it was absolutely one of my best moments, favorite moments. I don't know if the boys, Jesse and Shane, enjoyed it as much as I did as their horses weren't listening to them, but.
The horses quite often do this route sort of daily, so they sort of know, hey, it's time to go, we're ready to go home. And my horse thought it was time to go home before any other horse was ready, and he sort of took off. It was a quiet ride home for me on the way back. I was very happy to get back. It was very pleasant, it was very enjoyable. I've come out the other side and learned to appreciate my horse a little more. I think for me, what I appreciated and probably enjoyed the most was just being there with the team. You know, we had a couple of weeks where we were traveling through the country, doing many different things, and it was an opportunity to really sort of pause, slow down a little bit, connect with each other, and do things from the moment you woke up to when you went to sleep that you normally wouldn't do.
Anyone that thinks that they're being it themselves is kidding themselves. Get out of the way. Go the other way. But because it's a team effort. Everyone applies their little bit. In Spanish, we say, cada quien pone su granito de arena. You can't have a mountain without a little bit of a grain in there. You start adding to that.
Do you have anything else you want to wrap up and say?
When are we going back to Mexico?